Open. Well, all right. All praises to the Most High Elohim.
Yah commanded us
We
to
give
do
y'all
all
praise,
these
glory, and honor.
statutes,
Thank you.
to fear Yah, our Elohim, for our
We
good
give him all his
always,
glory,
that he
praise.
might preserve us alive,
Right when
as
he
it
do his
is
name.
at this day.
I mean, y'all, we want to
And it
just
shall
thank
be
you
our
today.
righteousness if we
I
observe
come
to do
before his
all these
throne of grace
commandments
with a
before
heart of
Yah,
humility.
our
Committing
Elohim,
myself
as he has
to your
commanded
word.
us.
And to
Praise
speak to
you,
us
Father
the
Yah.
word of God.
I will not have any
God
other
told us, Father, we
Elohim
would not have
before
any other
you.
Elohim before.
Nor bow down
No
to
ill graven
any
images either.
graven images
So we only look
too.
up to you today and to glorify your name
I
and
won't
honor you.
take the name of
Oh, Father, be
Yah,
blessed
my
today. Be blessed
Elohim in
Yahushua.
vain.
In this
I'll
beautiful day of the
do.
Shabbat. We give you
I'll
glory, we give you glory, we give you
do.
glory. Bless Israel today.
Remember the Sabbath day,
Strengthen
sanctify
us,
it,
Yah,
keep it holy.
as we go through
Honor
this
your
life.
father and
Continue to strengthen and
mother
lead us.
because that's what
I'm
Yah
asking for
told
leadership
me.
in the body of
That your
Israel.
days may be long and that
I'm
it
asking for
may go
clarity
well with
among the people,
you.
Yah,
I'll
and strengthen
do.
us as a people
I'll
in order our
do.
steps.
Yeah, I'll
Bring us to that place
do.
of eternal glory with you, Yah. In the mighty name of
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'll
Yahusha.
do.
We just want to thank you, Yah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, I'll yeah, I'll
Yes,
yeah, I'll
I will do is a choice.
don't murder, don't commit
And
adultery,
Father, I
you
will
shall
do.
not
I
steal.
choose to do.
Neither lie to your neighbor, for it's not God's will. Don't desire nor covet
Oh my goodness.
anything that is his. I'll do. I'll do. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I'll do. I'll do. I'll do. Yeah, I'll do.
Oh, yeah, I will do.
Yeah, I'll do.
Oh, bless Bless his name. We give him glory, give him praise and honor. We do thank y'all for being the father that we always needed. Whether we understood it or not, he have been the father that we have always needed. Yahushua has been the savior that we always needed. We looked at many, many, many places trying to find someone to care, someone who to really love us. Until we found him, we realized there is such thing that somebody can love us. No strings attached, and loved us from what? The foundation of the world. Not only has he said he loved us, he showed us he loved us. He has showed us he loved us by the way he have shown through the death on the cross, how he has not only died, but he also have made a pave a way for us. And we can remember these days that's coming up for us. We know this false narrative they put out last week that is not our Savior. That's not resurrection. That's their falsehood. We give him glory, praise, and honor today. I'm coming to us about perilous times and perilous men. Perilous times and perilous men in the book of 2 Timothy, the third chapter. Perilous times. And we often hear this, but we are sitting in the midst of it, in the beginning. I mean, it's been going on a long time. It's going on a long time as to things are happening. Until they've been going on so long, the people have got to normalize the behavior of people and what they do. Until we walk by, we don't even pay it any attention, and we don't even rebuke the demonic forces that's running rapid. And the word tells us these last days, there gonna be some terrible times. But yet, the end is not yet. This is just the beginning of the end. And if we can see all this stuff going on now, and this ain't the end, what do you think it's gonna look like? We got so much happening and it's coming up within this week, and so many planning that they have done, and in the midst of us, isn't that amazing? In the midst of us celebrating our true resurrection of our Yahushua Mashiach. In the day that Nissan, they see they know the time, they know when the new year starts. So we're gonna get into the word today, and I think I want you to read down to down
It's
to I think number read down to 10. I think that's where I'm gonna stop at.
All right then.
If I go further, I'll just read it.
All righty then. Second.
My focus is in the first section, 1 to 1 to 5. Really is my focus.
Okay. Okay. Second Timothy the third chapter reads, starting verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemer, disobedient to parents, unfaithful, ungodly, unholy. Verse 3, without natural affection,
Hmm.
truce breakers, false accuser, incontinence, fierce, despiser of those that are good. 4, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasure more than the lovers of Elohim. Verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. 6,
Mm.
for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sin, led away with divers lusts. 7, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. 8, now as Jonas and Jabars withstood Moshe, so do these also resist the truth. Men of the corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. 9, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. And
Oh,
verse 10, but thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, and patience.
we give Yah praise and glory and honor for the reading of the gospel, the truth of the word that bring us life, that reminds us, those that want to be reminded, those that care, that it's an end date. You know, there's an expiration date
Yes, it is.
that many people not really taking in consideration. I'm always amazed that a lot of people don't take in consideration there is an expiration date on everything, even life. Every product that you buy, according to the system, they're supposed to put an expiration date, good until. Now, after the expiration date, you enter at your own risk, but they have to put a date on it. Many times, it's you can still use it past the expiration date, but according to governmental laws. But Yah is not the government.
No, he isn't.
And when he say expiration, it expires. And he put his words in the mouth of his men, women, whoever he give to use to speak his word, or to one that written his word for the benefit of those that will read it. We see that there are times that it tells us about good times and it tells us about the bad.
Mm-hmm.
The word tells us and it informs us of what to come and what to expect. So when you hear people going all out, bent out of shape, and get all confused, most often they don't even pick the Bible up. They don't believe in the word. They holler, I believe in the universe. What that mean?
Hmm.
I don't deal with people talking about they won't call the name of the Most High. They just say to me, the universe. The universe can't do anything. The universe is owned by the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't call, if you claim that you are man or woman of the Most High Elohim and you can't say his name, I find something seriously wrong with that. The book tells us that there will be perilous times. There gonna be some times that comes that you are not, if you don't know the word, gonna be caught off guard. And those that know the word, you know you still can know the word and not still be prepared.
That's right.
Still heard the gospel, but still not prepared because you think it's gonna be a long time. Because you're taking up the mindset, as the word would say, of the heathen, where we've been hearing that a long time. I heard that when my grandmama was living. My grandmama used to say that. Now she going and still saying it, and that still don't mean it won't come to pass.
That's
But
right.
now these days that we are seeing now is beginning to turn the table of many of our people, our, not only ours but many people now, nationalities, are beginning to take notice of some stuff now. The word perilous, the etymology of the word, it said dangerous, is alarming, perilous. Is a late Middle English contradiction of perilous. Is Proto-Indo-European root meaning to try or risk. An extended sense from what? From a root, per, forward. The notion of or to lead across. It forms all a part of an empirical experience, experiment, expert, fear, parlous, peril, perilous, and pirate. All that come out of perilous. It is a hypothetical source of evidence for its existence. Is provided by Latin expera, to try. It is something.
Mm.
To periculum, a trial, risk, or danger. In the Greek, is peria, a trial, attempt, experience, imperious, experience, old Irish Ari of vigilance. They got all calamities, sudden danger, peril, sudden attack. German is Gotha, is danger, Gothic, Führer, watcher. They got all these names for it's precarious. 1640, a legal word held through the favor of another, from Latin precarious, dependent on favor, pertaining to entreaty, obtained by asking or praying. Entreaty, prayer. They got all kind of stuff, but the Bible say it is. It
Mm.
gives us some indication of what perilous times look like. There's a plight, the plight of a man. Look out, man at the prow of a ship, perilous, dangerous. Name for the sea was Askashani, near. It literally means dark. In other words, it's some dark times. Probably in reference to the sudden, dangerous storm that make the sea perilous, describing how the sea can get perilous. Not only did the sea get perilous, and we know it's perilous because we see how it overruns, and we see how it floods, and we see how the tsunami comes in, get angry. But the word kind of break it down to us to the point where I'm gonna go back and read. It tells us, before I get into that, He said, this know also. In other words, know this. Get this in your head. It ain't always going to be the way it is now. This know also that in the last days, and I think we all can agree that these are the last days.
Mm-hmm.
All we talk about now seems the last days because we are headed into the last days. And a lot of people don't want to talk about these things because these things shine a light on all of us of where we are in the Yahusha, where we are in this walk. It forces us to examine, which is okay. We got time to examine and get it right. Say this also know that in the last days, perilous, trouble, sudden impact, sudden destruction, surprises, times shall come. Unexpected danger, unexpected attacks, the changing and the behavior of the laws. All this is falling under perilous time. He said, for men, he made it clear. Mankind, and not just only a man in agenda, is mankind. He said they're going to be lovers of their own self. It is. Some of them love themselves so much that they want to marry themselves.
Hmm.
I don't know how that goes, but they are so in love with themselves until they can't see the benefit or happy of doing nothing for nobody else. It's all about me and what I desire. Men shall be lovers of their own self. Made it clear. They take ownership of their well-being and nobody else. They go under the disguise of I don't bother nobody. I just stay to myself. I just do my own thing. He said, for men shall be lovers of their own selves and covetous, covet other people's what they have, to the point where they kill to get it. They don't care anything about going into your house and robbing you, whether you in there or not. Not these days. Because they got a spirit of covenants and they gonna want it. If they see it, they're gonna come after it by any means necessary. You are the one gonna have to protect you or your belongings. Because we are in the last days and these are perilous times, these are troubled times, and sudden attacks and sudden danger could come upon you at any time. They're boasters. They want everybody to know who they are. They want to build themselves a reputation, and that's to scare you off. So they think. They don't need this and they don't need that. They're boasters of what they have. They boasters and tell you you need to get yourself together, pull yourself up. I ain't helping nobody. Nobody helped me. Boasters. Make it known for a fact that they got and they ain't giving nobody nothing. Proud. And y'all say you can't stand a proud look. You can't stand that proud because you so puffed up. You think everything revolved around you. I saw this clip the other day with this military soldier. Stopped the woman, one of the Caucasian ladies, for speeding, and she was all upset. And he was trying to tell her why he said, I stopped because you speeding. That's why you stopped. Oh, she went on and on and on. And she tell me, you don't know who I am. Do you know who my husband is? My husband is a chief, and he will get you for this. And he going to, oh, she went on. To the point where she kept going until he said, I don't give a F. First of all, he yelled, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
He yelled so loud she stopped. And he said, I don't give who your husband is.
Mm-hmm.
The world does not is not centered around you.
Mm-hmm.
She was so proud and boisterous till she thought because she kicked around names that were gonna
Frighten
stop
him.
the man from doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to roll on off. She couldn't understand. Now you done broke the law. See,
That's
that's the
right.
proud and the boisterous.
Mm-hmm.
You break the law, but then you don't think the law applies to you.
Exactly.
That's the kind of world in the last days that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
You throw out names because that's supposed to get you off, and many times it does. They can make a phone call, but that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing in this time, perilous times and perilous men. He said, blasphemers don't care what come out their mouth.
Certainly don't.
Most they blaspheming against Yah.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can blaspheme against us all day long, and they do. They
Yeah.
really do. They blaspheme against us all day. Blasphemers, liars. Just out there always got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
It goes on to tell, it goes in, see, all that stuff lead into disobedience to parents. Somewhere down the line, somebody, and that's not all the case, somebody didn't spank little Johnny when he needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody didn't put little Susan in timeout when they needed it. Now the disobedience comes to the parents, because that's your first line of authority. So if you disobedient to your parent, I'm not off the table. You are not off the table. It doesn't matter who they meet, they don't have the respect, the level of respect, because they haven't been taught or they have not been corrected
Mm-hmm.
or it hadn't been put in them that there's coming a time that you will pay for your behavior. Because we're talking about perilous time and perilous men that don't understand the things that they're doing. That's going to come a sudden impact upon them. And see, they done all these perilous things, and now you seeing the sudden impact
Mm-hmm.
is coming upon them. Now they're feeling some of these perilous things. And he said they are going to be unthankful.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mindset of perilous men. Perilous mankind. I won't say just men, because I'm talking about mankind. That's inclusive of all man, woman, boy, and girl. It doesn't matter whether or not you're kind, what you do for them, they are just ungrateful. Some people you just not going to please. I don't care how nice you serve them in a restaurant, how nice you attend their order at a grocery store, or how nice the doctor or the nurse treat them in the hospital. It does not matter. They just unthankful. But the minute when the impact start and it changes, and they feel the impact of someone being ungrateful and unthankful to them, they can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
They started hollering, well, I never. Well, yes, you did. That's all you ever done. That's why the impact is hitting you so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're dealing with a perilous generation. And we're dealing with perilous time. So the times are reflecting the people.
Yes, they are.
You wonder why the time is reflecting what we see in the people.
That's right.
So you're in a culture now that does not care. So now you're dealing with an atmosphere that got to what? Reward you of your behavior. You're only getting rewarded. What you put out is what you're gonna get back. He said they're unthankful, ungrateful. I never seen so many ungrateful people. Always looking for an excuse. Not only that, they are ungodly. This is the most, if you got any kind of age on you, this is the most ungrateful generation of people I have ever seen. And that's the truth. And I'm not just saying young. I'm talking about even in the adult age.
That's right.
So
That's
see,
so
we
true.
want to throw it all on the young people. No, no. Why I'm seeing more ungrateful people from every age group than I've ever seen in my life. Ungrateful and unholy. And they trying to be. They got a complaint about everything concerning righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
It is an enemy to them. They don't want to hear correction. So we are in perilous times. So perilous time is the reflect of the perilous people.
Mm-hmm.
He says, without natural affliction, don't you talk about my lifestyle. Now you a hater. You the hater now because I said something about according to the word. Because me, you get what you put out. How you live, that's how you die. The Bible make that clear. He said, without natural affection. We have never seen so much unnatural affection as we see now. So they done moved over to the animals. It is only going to get worse, saints of the Most High. I must forewarn you because we're dealing with perilous time and a perilous people.
Mm-hmm.
They're dangerous. The word perilous, they mean they're dangerous. They might go off at any time. That's why we see all this explosiveness. You go about your business unthinkable. Somebody pull out and just start shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just walk up to you and just start attacking. Dangerous times, dark times. So we're talking about a people now in a generation. And some of them, you know.
Shabbat Shalom, Mother Judy.
Some of them you know about. Shabbat Shalom, Mother. Some of them you are aware of. And all you can do is look at them and like, what in the world happening? Because they have this spirit that owns them. These are spirits that the 2 Timothy is telling us that you need to look out for. But these are not natural spirits. They were lovers of themselves when they used to be careless. You need to care about people. When we cared about one another, now they ain't got time for that. They love themselves. Leave me alone. I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to do me. I'm not worried about nobody. but myself. That's a bad mindset to even think of.
Yes, it is.
Because you're going to need somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are what they say in the last days.
Yeah.
Perilous time is a promise it's going to come. And if you think you're going to survive this by yourself, have at it.
Hmm.
Men shall be lovers. These are spirits of their own self. Self-righteous spirit. Covenants, a spirit to take from you that what don't belong to them. A covenant spirit don't care how they take it and what level and what they have to do to get it. A boaster's spirit. These are spirits telling you the spirits what to look out for. This proud spirit. A lying, blasphemer spirit. A spirit don't have no remorse for their parents, not you. Perilous time and perilous people. They're unthankful spirit. You can't make them satisfied. I don't care what. You do this, they still have an issue. That's why sometimes I don't like to go, which I stopped anyway, go to restaurants with some people.
Mm. Mm.
They run the poor waitress to death and just they can never be said. I said if I get away from the table, I'll never.
Hmm.
And I just say something. Listen, leave them peoples alone.
That's right.
This ain't right. That ain't right. And these supposed to be somebody that know. I've heard many restaurants say they hate for the Christians to come in there. Now that should not be said. You're talking about a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That you done ran around the building and you come in and torment someone. But we take these things so lightly, but we're dealing with perilous time, and these spirits are being manifested.
Yes, they are.
They are unthankful spirits. They are unholy. The Bible tell you everybody cry holy ain't.
It's not holy.
Just because you go to church and know the pastor and their family, you don't make you holy.
That's right.
They think they're holy by association.
No, yes, they do.
They think they're holy by their grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're holy because their pastor is their pastor is their dad.
That's right.
They think they're holy because they hang out with the bishop.
Mm-hmm.
The words say, that the spirit of unholiness.
That's right.
And then he said, without natural affection. Now, you know all these here got to be, is not natural.
That's right.
Being led by the spirit. That's why he say, when you be a son of Yah, you are led by the spirit of Yah. You're led by the spirit of the Holy Spirit. Because the Spirit will first going to pull you in.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know you are not self-sufficient by yourself. That's the
That's
first thing.
right.
You already know you ain't going to make it without the presence of the Most High.
That's right.
And you're praying that he will give you someone that y'all can help one another. Be in the time that you know where you could go.
Mm-hmm.
All this here one man stand is not going to work.
That's right.
Because we're dealing with spirits now that has risen up. And he says, without natural affection. And we have never seen so much of this.
That's right. So true.
I mean, it takes Yah. It takes the Father. And it
Mm-hmm.
takes the Father in us.
Yes, it
That
does.
we may endure and stand fast in the way of righteousness. See,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this because I want us to get this picture because it's gonna cost you really something to walk righteously. And you got to maneuver through all these forces that they're really gearing up. And he said, truce breakers. You know, we see so much of this from the government: liars,
You, yes.
manipulators, coming from the head, can't get no justice,
Mm-hmm.
righteous justice, just getting things right, say one thing and do something else.
That's right.
False accusers. Oh my goodness, we've been false accused since we've
A
been in
lot
this
of
world.
that.
It's always been that black man.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody beat me up and you got caught. Oh, it was a black man, dude. They go grab any black man.
Mm-hmm.
How many of our people in prison right now? How many of our people have been hung
That's right.
because she said?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it amazing? Even now, that same spirit is alive.
That's right. It
That
certainly
when they
is.
come, they know that their tears is a weapon
Mm-hmm.
for our people. False accusers. That's a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want you to understand. Just don't say this the word. These are spirit saints that's operating, that's reaping havoc in the world right now.
That's right.
Incontinent. These are spirits, causes. They don't know. They don't care. Fears, not scared of nothing. You know you got to have a lot of nerve to go into somebody's house.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you got to have a lot of nerve to approach people. Period, because you don't know what's on them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know what the other person is going through that you got enough. You so fearless. I mean, this you scared, but you got people that are fearless will come up to you. To harm you, and they don't even have a clue
Mm-hmm.
that their life could be ended. Because these are spirits that we're dealing with. That we don't take out of the we are not considering these spirits. And these are the spirits of the end time. It's telling us, Timothy, telling us these are spirits of the last days. He said they're despisers of those that are good. They hate you because you over there taking care of your business.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we have so many of our neighborhoods burnt down
That's right.
because our people was over there doing good, not bothering nobody? Every time that have happened, because they had despisers of them was doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do good right now, you got haters.
That's right.
Why is that? When a person can go and do the same thing.
That's right.
There's something wrong with a person that think they can't get that too.
Mm-hmm.
But they'd rather have the spirit of covenant and despise you and come and take you. Oftentimes, I was looking at the documentary not long ago, how they came in. A lot of people didn't even know. A lot of the young people don't know about the Black Wall Street in Arkansas. They don't know about right there. Grew up, born, raised. Don't even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
how prominent the neighborhood was. Until
That's
they
right.
had the banks, they had more than one bank. Their own doctors. And it's almost that the enemy was waiting on his excuse just to get in there.
That's right.
Where the elevator jerked and she fell into the man didn't fall into her.
Mm-mm.
The top of the man attacked her. The young man just trying to work for I think he just started the job.
Yep. Sure did.
And just cause she lied, it gave them an opportunity because they was already despising. See, you got to understand that spirit was already there because they were doing better than them.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about the people of the Most High, you leave them alone, they'll do fine
Yes, they will.
by themselves.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
how many times it has been proven that they don't need the other group?
That's right.
And they watched them. They was talking about how they went in and they dropped bombs on them and how they come in and burned them. They wanted to do that. They
Mm-hmm.
just wanted an opportunity to go raid their homes.
That's right.
That's what they were talking about. He said how they went in and they just raided. They always wanted what they had.
Mm-hmm.
To take everything out of their house and take it to them. They always wanted what they had. They covetous.
Yes.
It was about what they had, and they were despisers because they were doing good. And if you think you don't have a despiser right now because you ain't out begging nobody, you ain't out trying to solicit things, they don't see you poor, down in the dirt. Then remember I told you all not long ago. This was years back. When I went to they told me go over there, they can help you with your electricity. What the lady told me, well, you don't look like you need. I said, well, how you supposed to look?
I ain't lying.
I said, I just need to know how you supposed to look because you need help. I said, I tell
Mm.
you what, thank you.
I know that's right.
And y'all worked it out anyway.
Yes.
He said, traitors, they traitors. We have never seen so many traitors now. You can't trust.
Mm-hmm.
This is saints, when y'all put somebody in your life that you can trust. When y'all put somebody in your life that is true. Because that's why he say, how can two walk together unless they be in agreement? What do you mean? Unless they know the truth.
That's
Unless they
right.
understand the truth of what Yah is requiring of us.
Mm-hmm.
We can be held accountable to one another. When you walking in truth, somebody else out there walking in the world, and when they do something, why are you so disappointed when they don't have what you have?
That's right.
They don't have the understanding that this is supposed to be a brotherly thing. That we have rules and regulations coming from the Most High Elohim, how we're supposed to treat one another.
Mm-hmm.
He says, traitors, they're heady. Oh man, are they heady today? I never seen a generation of people you can't tell them anything.
That's right.
They get so upset when you trying to tell them something. Even when you see them doing something, and you will say something about it to them, not not in a bad way, just saying just I see them literally turn around and cuss grown up or old elderly peoples out because they don't want them to say nothing to them. Heady, have no respect for the elders. Ain't nowhere in the world we would say things like that to elderly people coming up.
That's right.
Whatever they said, we close our mouth and let them say whether we want to say anything or not.
That's right.
But to turn around and listen, I see some of them, they'll even jump on them.
Oh yeah.
I see one time they hate old people.
Keep living.
I don't know. They had a time when this gang walk around there and what any elderly person they walk around, they walk around, hit them and knock them out. That was funny to them.
Mm-hmm.
They did that to this one lady coming from work. I think she was 60 something. Walked by here, struck her and knocked out, and her head hit the pavement, she killed her. But they went around laughing. It was fun. Oh man, you knocked that old B out.
Hmm.
That's what you got. The words say these women will be producing monsters.
Mm-hmm.
A monster is a monster. He had no feeling for nobody else. So we living in perilous time. We live in a time where the unrighteous is targeted. Is unrighteous is target the righteous. Because the righteous now, you the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that is holy, you the threat.
Mm-hmm.
The one had declared that you're going to live upright, you're going to do the right thing. You are now a threat. The one that knows truth, you are a threat. He said, high-minded. All these are spirits.
Yes, they are.
Lovers of pleasure. More than lovers of y'all. They sure do. All they want to do is just float
Mm-hmm.
through the tulips. I want to live free. I want my hair to blow in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live where I don't have to really be care about nothing. I just want to go and do and just float through the air. This is what we're dealing with, saints. Lovers of pleasure. Now, ain't nothing wrong with having things. But when you get to fall in love with that's all you want to do, it's something bad. It's something serious about that. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yah. It's all about what I got. You know what they do. They want you to welcome you in my home. Let's do a video of it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they put something new in the house, they want to show it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't understand. They got gadgets now. You open up, they can find your address without you telling them.
That's right.
That's why so many of them being robbed.
Exactly.
I don't. I this young man. I think he caught the lottery or something. But anyway, he came into a lot of money. Went and bought a $20,000 gold chain around his neck.
Hmm.
Went out. Somebody killed him.
Hmm.
Didn't get a chance to enjoy the change and didn't get a chance to enjoy the money.
Mm-hmm.
Killed him the same day. Took it. But
Mm.
had he not been on social media bragging, boasters.
That's right.
People don't understand. It's sometimes I sit and I wonder about these things and the way we see the world is going.
Hmm.
And we think it's just people, but we got to look at it deeper than that. These are spirits, a
That's,
manifest.
that's true.
He said, having a form. This is what he's saying. They're both lovers of pleasure and more than they love Yah. Having a form of godliness. See, you can fool the people that don't know, but Yah knows. Don't want him, but I can go to church and I can look the part.
Mm-hmm.
Having a form of godliness, but denying, don't want them, Listen, I just want to go. I don't want all that stuff. I don't want to be doing, I'm not falling on no floor. I'm not doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
I came, that's enough. And whose favor you thought you did?
Hmm.
Having a form of godliness, but denying what? The power thereof. From such, he said, you need to turn away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have nothing to do with that when you find out what that is. Because them kind of people, that kind of behavior, he said, well, of this sort, listen what he said about this kind of, these spirits. For this sort are they that which creep into houses, and they lead these silly women laden with sin. They lead them away with what? Different kind of lusts.
Mm-hmm.
Not only they came in there with their sins, they left them with different kind of spirits of lust that they didn't have. 3 in the morning.
Hmm.
They left them a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Ever learning and never coming into the knowledge of truth. That's why
Hmm.
sometimes you wonder if they're going to get it.
That's right.
Ever learn it, but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Perilous times and a perilous people. The time marked the people. The people
Mm-hmm.
marking the time that we're in. Because we see all these spirits are in operation right now.
Oh yeah.
They're rearing up for the things that to come. They're getting things in order. They're expecting so much turmoil within this solar eclipse. We had one of the governors, Green. They get mad with her. She ain't nothing. I mean, but she is telling the truth. But she don't know how much truth she telling. That the solar eclipse is marked in the judgment. But what
Mm-hmm.
she don't understand is marking judgment on them, their people.
Exactly.
That's what she don't understand it. That the roof, that the chickens has come home the roof.
Mm-hmm.
All we giving glory. She puts it out there that this solar eclipse, we're gonna talk about that because we can't get off of that because we're gonna be facing that. It is amazing to me that they will bring that in, and I'm looking at something this morning, and I'm just pulling up some information that we will be going into. How in Tennessee, the hospitals in Tennessee, they have been preparing for for 2 years now concerning this solar system, solar eclipse. We're looking at so much going on right now, and because of this, we don't know what's going to happen afterwards because we know what things we do know there's a change. We got to understand there is a change, saints.
Oh yeah.
There's a change coming after this solar eclipse. It's divine. And for those that can get some understanding, maybe they have chance enough to repent. Who knows what y'all may do? He said, let's keep reading. He said, some interpret point to every earthquake, every political upheaval, and every attack on Israel as such a sure sign that the end times are rapidly appointed. While the event may signal approach of the last day, they are not necessary indicators that the end times have arrived. See, that's them talking. The Apostle Paul warned that the last days would bring a marked increase in false teaching. Don't we have that right now?
Oh yeah.
I like how they say things and come back and then say things.
Mm,
We never had so much false teaching than we have today.
that's right.
We never had so many false prophets than we seeing popping up. He said the Spirit clearly says that the latter, in the later times, some will abandon the faith. Isn't that what they're doing now?
Oh yeah.
And follow deceiving spirit. That's why we made emphasis that we dealing with spirits. They will follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. So they let
Mm-hmm.
you know that demons gonna be teaching. And they think they're following Yah, but they're gonna be following demonic forces. 1 Timothy 4:4-1 says, now the Spirit expressly said that in the later time, some will depart from the faith by devoting themselves to deceitful spirits and teachings of demons. I have never seen so many of our young people into demonic
Mm-hmm.
stuff now.
Yeah, they are.
And all this occult stuff,
Mm-hmm.
witchcraft, burning incense, burning all kind of stuff. See, the last days are described as perilous time because of the increasingly evil character of man and people who actively oppose the truth. Isn't we there now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you there yet? We there.
Mm-hmm.
2 Timothy 1-9. That's what we got. 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, read that. Let no one deceive you in any way. He said, for that day will not come unless what? The rebellion comes first. Aren't we looking at how rebellious peoples are?
Oh yeah.
And the man of lawlessness is revealed,
Mm-hmm.
the son of destruction. Think he ain't in the world now?
That's right.
Other possible signs of the end times will include a rebuilding of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. Isn't that what they done?
Mm-hmm.
Increased hostility towards Israel and advancing towards a one world government. Isn't that what they're pushing now?
Mm-hmm.
The most prominent sign of the end times, however, is the nation of Israel itself. That ain't Israel. You
Hmm.
see, y'all lie. You're lying. It's the true Israel. He said in 1948, Israel was recognized as a sovereign state, essentially for the first time since 600 BC. Y'all gonna go to hell for that. But that's why we having the time we got now. He said Babylon took control of Judah. See how they mix lies together? They gonna go
Mm-hmm.
into a devil's hell.
Mm-hmm.
So Yah promised Abraham that his posterity, his descendants, his children, his offspring would have Canaan as an everlasting possession. Genesis 17:8. And I will give you and to your offspring after you the land of your sojourning. All the land of Canaan. You think we ain't gonna go back and take that land back?
Hmm.
For an everlasting possession. He said, I will be what? Their Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
And Ezekiel prophesied physical and spiritual resuscitation of Israel. Not them people over there, not them folks.
Nope.
Talking about the ones he's awakening now, his true Israel.
That's right.
Having Israel as a nation in its own land is important in light of end time. Prophecy becomes of Israel prominence in eschatology. if they were the real people, why they over there fighting?
Right. That's
He
right.
said they were gonna never have no peace over there until we get back in the land. Then he gonna clean them up
Mm-hmm.
out of there. Ezekiel said, "Let's come up. Let me see. Can I bring this up a little bit?" Ooh, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay. He said, "The hand of Yahuwah was upon me, and he brought me out in the spirit of Yahuwah and set me down in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones. And he led me around among them, and behold, there were very many on the surface of the valley." That's the Israel. That's us, dry, dead. People think we gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Behold, there were very dry." They were so dry, they was white,
Mm-hmm.
ashy. He didn't say, "I answered, O Yahuwah, you know." No, he said, "Son of man, can these bones live?" Now you looking at some dead bones. The
Mm-hmm.
ladies alone till they white.
Okay.
And y'all ask the question, can these bones live? And I answered, "Oh Yahuwah, you know." Then he said to me, "Prophesize over these bones. You talk to them and say to them," I'm gonna tell you what this say. "O dry bones, hear the word of Yahuwah. True Israel, hear the word today." Hallelujah. "And say to them, O dry bones, hear the word of Yahuwah. Thus says Yahuwah to these bones. Behold, I will cause." He said, "I'm going to cause breath to enter you, and will cause flesh to come upon you. And I'm going to cover you with skin. And I'm going to breathe in you. And you shall live, and you shall what? Know that I am Yahuwah." He said nobody going to ride nobody over there and create no land, no
Mm-mm.
spot.
No, he didn't.
He said, "I'm bringing these people back from the dead, because see, I hear them. They think they dead. They gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm waving my hand for the second time, and I'm going to bring them back. They're going to begin to wake up. They're going to know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big uproar. They want to fight over there now because of those photos
Right.
that has been released. Well, it's no
Mm-hmm.
surprise to us, because I had got some of them those in my arsenal right now. When I first was waking up and start researching things.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all were releasing some of that stuff for us a long time. Now it's released to those that don't know. Now there's some of them fainting, literally, when they finding out.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis 17 and 18, Ezekiel prophesies physical and spiritual resuscitation. Having Israel as a nation in its own land is important in the light of end time. That's right. The true Israel. Prophecy because of Israel's prominence in eschatology. Daniel 10 and 9, 11 and 41, Revelation 11 and 18. So you can't just say it's all in just in the Old Testament. We're talking about the New.
They knew as well.
He said it came to make you understand what is to happen to your people in the latter days. This is what will happen to your people, not the one that they made up.
Mm-hmm.
For the vision is for days yet to come. It is 11:41, and you shall come in the glorious land, and tens of thousands shall fall, but these shall be delivered out of his hand. Who's hand going to be delivered? Yah, people. Edom and Moab in the main part of the Ammonites. Those are the enemies of
Mm-hmm.
Israel, which we're going to finish that part, hopefully. The rest of these accomplices. He said, their dead bodies will lie in the streets of the great city that symbolically is called Sodom and Egypt, where the Yahuwah was crucified. These are the witnesses of Yah. These are the two witnesses. Oh, we give him glory. He said, with these signs in mind, we can be wise and discerning in regard to the expectation of the end time. That's why we know we're in the end time, because we waking up and we see all these things happening. We lining up with the word of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And we should not, however, interpret any of these singular events as a clear indication of the soon arrival of the end time. No, y'all should. When we see it. Yah has given us enough information that we can be prepared that is what we are called to be as our hearts cry out. Come, Yahuwah, come. See, they want to dance around it, but they don't understand. We know it's us now. See, a long time ago, we thought it was them.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know it's us. Now we are living witnesses that Yah is waking us up and bringing us back to understanding of who we are. He said he would cause us to know.
Yes, he did.
He the one said that he will wave his hand for the second time and we will begin to awaken out of all the places where he has scattered us and begin to know who we are as a people. And when he do that, the world will react. Because of what? For the earth moans and groans for the manifestation of the sons of Yah, the true sons.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have the madness that we're facing. This happened in Tennessee, in Mount Juliet, about a week or so ago. March on Easter Sunday. Where somebody pulled up a whole trailer of Bibles and set it afire. They got him on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Set all the Bibles on. Now that's just one. I just pulled that one up. But there's the other one I was looking at yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was. Well, they got a bonfire and all these people running, throwing the Bibles in. And you got some Christian coming in there hollering in the name of Jesus. And you got the one, hail Satan. He hollered, hail Satan. Perilous times. Satan got children too.
Of course. The Father said it. It's Caesar Satan.
Mm-hmm. If he got Caesar Satan, that means he got some children.
That's right.
And these are the things that we know as of this Monday. And I just love it how they put it in here. These are the things that's happening that many people are not even aware of what is lining up. And it said Nisan, it first starts at sundown on April 8th. By sundown in Africa and the country of Israel, the eclipse will not have happened yet. Let's go up here and just give you some of what they have in mind for doing this eclipse. NASA is sending 3 rockets up the day of the eclipse. The project name for this is APEC. The name, which is listen what they say, is an Egyptian serpent god of darkness.
Yeah.
And destruction, who fights Ra, the Egyptian sun god.
You can't
This
make
is
that
the
up.
purpose that they gonna be sending up. So because this is their God. This is what they want to see happen. Well, in other words, they want to fight against what Yah is doing.
That's so funny.
So when you hospitals and they employ some 100,000 of guards in these areas, they're expecting something to happen. Hospitals being prepared for way out 2 years before a Monday, because they're expecting something to take place. You got the Egyptian serpent and Ra, the Egyptian sun god, and you gonna shoot it at the eclipse, which is controlled by the Most High Elohim.
Exactly. That's
So you trying to bring these into a presence of Yah. They want to see what's going to happen because they want to interrupt what Yah is doing. They want to try to pull out dark matter. And here comes CERN. CERN, what they're trying to do during the April eclipse, they want to pull out what? Invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. So they're going to shoot this into, look at these devils. They're going to shoot this into the solar eclipse to open up a portal so the dark matter can come through. In other words, demons.
Right.
We talking about, he said the devils, now, not only that, now listen, they got a devil comet might be visible during the eclipse. Or there's a comet is coming so large. If that hit the earth, they call it the devil's comet. All this going on Monday. And people going on because they don't understand, they don't even know what the devil is planning.
Like you said, they just nonchalant.
Then he talking about the planetary alignment. Now they've been watching this since April the 4th. Because the planetary alignment, which is Mars, Neptune, and Saturn, and Venus, all of them got an alignment. They have aligned themselves ahead of the solar eclipse. All this is spiritual, and the enemy is trying to check out what they can do to interrupt.
They ain't gonna happen like they think.
They call it a planet parade.
Yeah, right.
Say NASA is backing a project. This is what NASA do. They're even backing a project for college students to launch hundreds of balloons into the sky along the eclipse path. Unconfirmed rumor that the balloons will release chemicals, possibly triggering the jab to believe animalistic. In other words, to put the people in a zombie state, I guess, whatever,
right.
Animalistic behavior. I guess to attack. I'm telling you, this is all lined up what the enemy is doing this week. And our people, a lot of them is oblivious to all this. Business as usual.
That's what the word says.
He said National Guard is, listen what it said, the National Guard is being employed along the path. Why you need the National Guard? We just, it's a wonder, sign of wonder. But yeah, you're gonna have to, because all this stuff that decided, all these seed of Satan, because see those we can't talking to seed of Satan over there. No, these are seed of Satan too.
Yeah. Of course.
All these, the National Guard is being deployed along the paths. He said, I haven't been able to confirm that a nuclear fallout team, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, will be in Oklahoma along the path. See, these people, while we walking around here talking, well, it'll be a solar eclipse. Look at this. Look at what they planning. He said also the upper cycle of Cades, these cicades, these locusts. Some would call them locusts, happening in April. They're supposed to be released for the first time since 1803. Billions of cicadas will be in the United States in April. They say where? Illinois, the biggest land country of crops. Where the X is formed, listen to it, where the X is formed. You can't, yeah, you're right, you can't make this stuff up. We got to understand that these enemies, these devils, they have a plan. But y'all have a plan too. They're sitting there waiting. Because they know their time. If they think they can stop something, see, that's the point. They honestly think they can stop something, they can war against y'all. They always think that they can set up something into glory and y'all won't stop it. That they're going to shoot at the force that it will penetrate this solar system. See, the devil ain't playing. This is a chaos. This is a perilous time for perilous people. And they something to do. That's why I made a distinction. These are demonic spirits that's doing this.
Of course it is.
These are seed of Satan. These are Satan children that's doing this. Yeah. This ain't about no science. This is about warring against the Most High.
Yes, it is.
Trying to find out, can they defeat?
They're crazy as bugs.
Can they stop what y'all is doing?
No.
They know it's true. They know it's right. They know it's power. They know that this alignment of these planets is what? It is a spiritual. It's a spiritual alignment. The planets had come in alignment over so many years.
Yeah.
Umpteens of years. These are signs in the sky, and they're gonna take advantage of.
Yeah.
That goes to show you why you sleep. Y'all said in His word that they're up devising
your hurt.
Your hurt. They're trying to make things. See what else. And they give you. They doing this way right here, but it said how to read an eclipse map of the April 8th total eclipse. Well, if they're gonna do that, they should have bought that because there's an X and it come right across a little town called Egypt. Where a lot of y'all's people was murdered. They got all these little within that X, all these little towns with biblical names. And that X, when it come across there, they got Tav. Tav means 400. The number 400 years is over. It's over for us and the beginning for them.
That's right.
It's supposed to be coming from this way to this way. There's an X, and it's going to affect all of these going up. But it's going. This is the main target down here. These right here, the main target, and up here. They're talking not bad harm. It's always starting over in Mexico. Fantastical.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's see. It might not be so good what they think. It might not be to that place where they think they gonna get pictures and all that. You up there trying to get a picture, NASA up there trying to shooting at it.
Mm-hmm.
They're expecting it. See, the thing is, they don't understand the hospitals, Tennessee, Vermont, and where the other one is. Let me see. There's more than one hospital. I know it's Ohio. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, not Ohio. All these towns are waiting. This town here, they said they've been preparing for this for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They waited expecting a disaster. They're expecting casualty. Why are you expecting casualty when you're just supposed to have a solar eclipse?
Mm-hmm.
What are they really not telling you? What they're really not telling you that NASA is shooting at the sun, shooting these missiles.
Mm-hmm.
CERN is shooting directly into it. They don't care about you down on the ground. You shouldn't be there. They don't care. That's the madness of these people. They just want to see what's going to happen. See how crazy that is? They'll kill themselves and you too.
That's crazy because first and foremost, the intensity of the heat itself melts things.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody didn't think that plan through.
Nope, I don't think they did either.
They didn't think that through. Because you can't even go near the sun.
You can't even hardly look up at the sun.
Mm-mm. You can't
It's
even look at
already
it further
burning them.
from
I
the
don't know
earth.
how you think. I
That's
want to
right.
understand what the end result they think they're going to get.
I don't know.
Listen what they're saying. The big worry is how traffic will impact everyday operation.
Mm.
Say we are looking at the population hitting the north central region and we are planning for traffic delays. Probably the biggest threat we're looking at right now is gridlock. If there's an accident on I-71 or US 23, how does that impact the region? They already know. The big
Mm.
worry is how traffic will impact everyday operations, she said. So, yes, we are planning for a mass casualty. Listen, they're planning for a mass casualty
Mm.
event that day. Why would you be planning for a mass casualty event?
Mm.
What are they not telling people?
Mm.
But that's not really our worry.
Mm.
Our worry is how do we get our heart, how do we get our heart attack and our stroke patients
Mm.
to the emergency room?
Mm.
So they expect the people to have heart attacks and strokes out there.
Okay.
To the emergency department, the emergency room department, if the roads are completely at a gridlock and we can't get the EMS to a
Hmm.
patient or back to the hospital.
Hmm.
They are the woman said we expecting casualties.
Mm-hmm.
So we've altered some of our practices, whether it's with appointments or elective surgeries, to make sure we are not discharging patients right at the end of the eclipse when traffic gridlock can happen, and they're stuck in traffic for hours. And that's a good thing. because they
Yeah,
will get stuck.
yeah, well.
The, the Ohio. Let's see, can we get that?
Mhm.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's the plan should anything go wrong? Here's Terry Sullivan.
Traffic is flowing right now, but come Monday, people expect to see brake lights. So, what happens if you need medical help, but that help is stuck in traffic?
We've been preparing for the eclipse for over 2 years.
Jody Keller is the director of
Over
healthcare
2 years.
emergency preparedness for COTS, the Central Ohio Trauma System. It's a healthcare coalition for trauma, emergency, and disaster preparedness.
We were concerned because the path of totality was going through some of our smaller counties where we have smaller emergency departments and not as many resources.
She says the upcoming eclipse, while exciting, is leaving healthcare workers a bit anxious.
The big worry is how traffic will impact everyday operations. So, yes, we're planning for a mass casualty event that day, but that's not really our worry. Our worry is how do we get our heart attacks and our stroke patients to the emergency department if the roads are completely at a gridlock and we can't get EMS either to a patient or back to the hospital. So this is our command center here at COTS.
Here in the COTS Command Center, available hospital beds across the state are tracked every day.
They report every day their available med-surg beds, ICU beds, how many patients are boarding the emergency department. Every morning, all the hospitals update that information.
And is that over here?
So yeah, this is what it looks like for our region today.
This is probably one of the largest planned events the state of Ohio has ever seen.
Matthew Akers is the Director of Safety and Emergency Management for Ohio Health.
We're looking at the population heading in the north central region, and we're planning for traffic delays. Is probably the biggest threat we're looking at right now is what's that gridlock? If there's an accident on 71 or 23, how does that impact the region?
He says hospital staff is being asked to work late or come in early.
We've altered some of our practices, whether it's with appointments or elective surgeries, to make sure we're not discharging patients right at the end of the eclipse when traffic gridlock could happen. Somebody had a procedure, then they're stuck in traffic for hours.
Keller says critical hospital supplies have been beefed up and extra blood units have already been moved to area hospitals, so it's there if somebody needs it.
We wanted everyone to be prepared. We're not only worried about our hospitals, but we are worried about all of our healthcare agencies in the region.
She says the team is ready, but hopefully all that help won't be needed. In Columbus, I'm Terry Sullivan.
If you are getting in on the eclipse excitement, be sure to take pics.
It's a joke.
Yes.
She said they have been planning this for 2 years. Y'all been planning. Also, NASA been very busy. NASA told you in full. NASA has announced it will fire 3 scientific sounding rockets into the moon's shadow on Monday, April 8th, during a partial solar eclipse across North America. Isn't that just like the devil?
Of course.
What are you expecting? And what would be a total solar eclipse for? It's going to cover 115 miles wide path through parts of Mexico, 15 U.S. states and Canada, and a partial solar eclipse for the entire America. The event will see a sudden drop in sunlight. Serpent deity. The Space Agency project. Why they got to make it a serpent deity?
So they full of demons they sell.
The Space Agency project, atmospheric perturbations around the eclipse path will investigate. Listen, they gonna go around. No, you flying it in too. Y'all ain't say round. The Space Agency project, atmospheric perturbation around the eclipse path will investigate how that drop in sunlight and temperature affects Earth's upper atmosphere. Apex is named after the serpent. Listen, it's named after the serpent deity from ancient Egyptian mythology, nemesis of the sun deity Ra. So those that worship the sun, they worship Ra, sun worshiper, according to NASA.
Yeah, you got them.
You got to understand these people are the seed of Satan.
Yes, they are.
Anybody with common sense, why would you want to fire anything at the eclipse? You don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-mm.
Everybody want to take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Sun gonna shoot off so they can create a portal.
Ain't gonna happen like that.
And you wonder, we talking about perilous times and perilous people. In other words, demonic people. People filled with demonic forces.
Mm-hmm.
Was anybody in their right mind don't want to shoot at a solar eclipse because you don't know what's going to take place. You dealing with things that Yah is in control of. It is a sign for them if they don't get it.
That's right.
But they will get it in the end.
Of course they
We got
will.
so much unrest right now. We got so much rebellion. You got so much protesting. You got so many people now it's up in a roar. It ain't nothing for people to get out in the streets now. Want to fight. There's a last protest out there in Baltimore against what's going on with they already know that it was done on purpose. They can see people are not stupid. They know what's going on. And the government covering it up. Not only that, I just see another bridge in the U.S. I can't think I saw it the other day. I wish I'd have thought about it to pull it up. And they see one in I don't know if it's New York or not. They can see as the cars go by, they can see under it it's breaking down.
They should
But
have
it looked
kept.
like to me that somebody went on there and done something to it that it would eventually collapse. This ain't not done. This is being created.
Of course.
It's being created for the chaos. For first of all, is to maintain the peoples in these cities so they can be controlled.
Yeah.
This thing is more serious than we can even understand. We talk about it, but this here shows us just what the devil mind their intention to do. They don't care nothing about what you think. They don't care about nothing about the little man. In every neighborhood, you got some kind of unrest now. Whether it be Baltimore, whether it be Pennsylvania, it doesn't matter. People's in the street protesting. And it's been going on a while and it's getting worse. It ain't getting no better. It ain't getting no unrest in America. This is March, last month. And you're right, it's unrest in America. That's just last month. This spirit of unrest. And when people get unrest, something's going to happen. Perilous time for a perilous people. And these spirits are out there among those people, and they're the one going to start all this stuff because they don't have no problem doing it. They don't have no problem coming against law enforcement. Matter of fact, they don't even respect them because they're unfair too. They got that mindset that you can't get all of us at once. We know somebody gonna die in the bush, but so be it. Because people have a tendency they will fight back. after a while.
Mm-hmm.
They just had it.
Mm-hmm.
About 93% of racial injustice protests. People just sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing patience. Unrest. You see unrest in America. Unrest in America. Unrest in America. You got the military now mining the subways, checking people for guns, weapons. I mean, this thing is serious. And we don't know how serious it is until we start pulling it up and start studying and looking how bad it is. Because, see, we got to understand the news is not reporting this because they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know what's going on. They don't, longer you don't see, out of sight, out of mind. You planning for the next party. You planning for the next getaway. You planning for the wedding. You planning for all this here. And all this is going on. Out of sight, out of mind. I ain't got to worry about you long as you don't know what's going on. What did it say? Unrest in the U.S. A perfect storm. Ain't lying. It is a perfect storm. Because we are what now in what? Perilous times. On every campus. You got what? Protesting. People don't care nothing about the Capitol. Unrest everywhere. Everywhere you see, people are gathering because they tired. They ain't talking about the truckers no more, but they gathering. They ain't talking about the farmers no more. They gathering. The social unrest. And they know it's a social unrest, but they don't want to talk about it on the news. You got very few people covering these things. Perilous times, saints, and a perilous people. People full of demonic forces. People that's tired and fed up with the system, with the unjust. So people really want to get news now, they got to get it from the people that you see, a lot of people that go out and film these things themselves and bring it to the masses. They don't even respect these other news channels because they're bought by them other people, and they're not allowed to air these things. It goes on every day. All you got to do is go pull it up. Unrest in America. You see it all over the place. What's taking place right now? And this been going on a while, and you think this gonna continue to go on? It's not about George Floyd. This thing been going on a long, long time, and it's like they talk about coming to an end. It's coming to a melting pot, and now they want to see what's going to happen Monday, and they want to release some chemicals out there, and y'all gonna release some what caters on them. You don't know what all these things going to destroy. Don't have no idea what they're going to destroy once they are released. and they under the ground. They don't show how they coming up bubbling under the ground. Cicadas. So if they can't stop the farmers, they think they gonna release the cicada. But what they understand, y'all gonna send a rat to their crop, rat to these government fields. But when they come through, they come through. Listen, it's y'all's little army. He's always used what locusts to destroy that he called his great army. We just gotta be more aware of what's happening. Because the devil ain't playing with us and we don't play with the devil. Or this word here is telling us right now, chemical, biological, radiology, nuclear will be in Oklahoma along the path. CBRN, why are they going to be there? Why they need to be there? The National Guard, all of them. What are they expecting? That's my question, saints. What are they expecting? I don't think it's going to go as well as they plan. I really don't. They said the blazing press, the National Guard being called up for solar eclipse residents are being urged to stock up. Listen what it said. Residents are being urged to stock up with 1 to 2 weeks of food in advance of the event. Because you don't know what them crazies going to do. I don't think it's about the solar system. It's what they're going to try to do and what's going to backfire on them. That is more my concern. What's going to happen to them for them to try to shoot at the sun? Releasing CERN to what? To release dark matter. In other words, won't they just go say to release demonic forces? Y'all praise. Saints of the Most High Elohim. That's all I have today. But I want us to take heed and understand that this ain't no joke. This ain't no ordinary eclipse, for one. It is a sign unto us that these dates, these numbers, that crossing represent to us 400 is over. For us in the beginning, for them. And we don't know what we may see here on out. We don't know what we may be witnessing here on out after this week. I believe things are going to change drastically. I really do. How? I don't know. But one thing we do know, we stay in the hands of the Most High Elohim. That's where we stand. And we keep our eyes looking up. We keep ourselves in the righteous way unto Yah. But we know what his word says. That these things, all this tribulation, it must come. He said, but I'm going to save my people out of it. So we have a refuge, saints. We have a safety place. We have a safe place that we could go and we can stay in. And that's in the arms of the Most High Elohim. We don't know if this is going to spark the 3 days of darkness or not. We don't know. But one thing we do know as the saints of the Most High is all in the hands of Yah. He's gonna be in control of everything, as he always has been. Whatever they're doing, he is allowing it. So we give Yah praise and glory today for this word. And we thank him for the opportunity to come again before you to bring forth yet another word, another a way of understanding of what Yah is doing in this earth, even though we might be facing a whole lot of things, but we know who's in charge. That's why we don't fret. We just hold fast to our faith in Yah and walk up right before him and let him protect us. Because he told us he would do that. That we be obedient to him. He will what? He will protect us. So we give Yah praise, glory, and honor for what he has done and what he is doing. We thank you for the day. We thank you for the Shabbat, Father. We thank you for those that will come by this broadcast. Every eye. Lord, I pray that the understanding is being enlightened. I pray for those that don't know and understand and really share this time that we're dealing with spirits. So I thank you, I praise you now, Lord. Let your will be done in this life. Let your will be done for your people, God. So we give your name the glory, praise, and honor. Are we going to do what you say do? Oh, yes, we will do what you say do, God. We give him glory. Praise the Most High. Hallelujah. Shalom. Family. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.